Good day and greeting to everyone. So today, our group will be presenting about the Sustainable Development Goals, which is known as SDG, and implementation of the government policies in ensuring the sustainability of gold mineral. Before we start our presentation, I would like to introduce my group members, which the first one is Haizum Hawa, Siti Aisha, Muhammad Razif, me myself Natalie Joseph, Michael Styler, Chan Yung Sung, and Izati Shahada Ismail. So the first one, I'll be presenting about Sustainable Development Goals, which known as SDG. SDG is a set of 17 interconnected global goals aimed at achieving a better and more sustainable future for all. With 17 goals, 169 targets, and more than 200 indicators that cover 5 dimensions, namely people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. The SDGs will stimulate action over the next 15 years of critical importance of humanity and the planet. Next, I will proceed with my next group members.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Razif bin Muhammad Asri and my matric number is 72809. Okay, I will talking about gold mining can lead drive toward SDGs. Okay, first of all, gold mining can help to catalyze and generate a variety of development opportunity as well as serve as an economic growth engine. Gold mining also provide direct and indirect job opportunity for local residents. Employee wage and payments to supplier and contractor are projected to account for 70% of total gold mining expenditure, and also aiming to improve social inclusion in accordance with SDGs 5, 10, and 16 based on a number of solid collaboration. Okay. Next is an article about how gold mining generate employment. The title for the article is Every Job in Gold Mining Sector Support Up to 10 More Jobs in Local Economies. Okay. This means that local gold mining sector will support or will create an 10 more job opportunity to the people around the area so that they will have work or opportunity to involved in gold mining sector. Okay.
Women are typically more effective and efficient drivers of high-end vehicles and operators of machinery, with an excellent safety record and requiring less maintenance on the equipment they operate. Women make up only 9% of full-time workers in the mining industry, according to a survey of the NSW Mineral Council, and they hold less than 1% of board or executive management positions. A snapshot is the first survey of its sort in the mining industry, with 170 current and former female employees being polled. According to the report, over 30% of the women in the mining, the greatest share work as the machinery operators or drivers. Moreover, 93% of women in the mining industry will actively encourage more women to pursue careers in the industry, especially heavy vehicles and machinery operator position. The mining industry is currently seeking to address this concern and promote more industrious workplaces that are more diverse and inclusive, reaping a slew of additional benefit because women and minorities have historically been underrepresented in the mining industry.
So now we are going to discuss about the Sustainable Development Goals number 10, which is reduce inequality within and among countries. This goal, as its name implies, focuses on inequality. It seeks to reduce economic inequalities between both social groups and nations, eliminate discrimination, promote social, economic, and political inclusion for vulnerable or marginalized groups, level the playing fields between the richer countries and developing nations, as well as encourage responsible migration policies. So, how do the gold mineral mining related to this SDG 10? This, focusing on the gold mining companies, contribute to the SDG 10 by ensuring that economic and educational opportunities, as well as the supporting services that frequently accompany these opportunities, benefit the communities surrounding the mine sites. This is achieved by making use of the local companies for procurement and contracting services, as well as developing job opportunities and educational programs that are targeted to the needs of those communities. Many World Gold Council member companies have been working to make their direct employees, their families, and the surrounding communities more economically accessible and inclusive, as well as to eliminate some of the structural barriers to the equal opportunity. According to the World Gold Council 2020, this includes the provision of scholarships, trainings, and social investment to support those who may have been previously disadvantaged due to their gender or race.
Okay. Next is Sdg System, which is the goal to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. Okay. Sdg System focuses on strengthening the institutions needed to effectively reduce violence, exploitation, trafficking, and abuse against vulnerable groups and especially children. This includes promoting non-discriminatory laws and policies, strengthening the rule of law, taking on corruption, building effective, accountable, and transparent institutions, creating cultures of responsive and inclusive decision-making, and protecting people's fundamental freedoms, including access to information. Gold mining companies have a critical role to play in achieving SDG system. Good progress has been made in this respect by many in the gold industry. The conflict-free gold standard was released and implemented by the World Gold Council and its member companies in 2012. The voluntary principles on security and human rights are also being actively implemented by several major gold mining companies. The conflict-free gold standard allows gold producers to demonstrate that their gold was harvested in a way that does not contribute to serious human rights abuses or violations of international humanitarian law, or that does not instigate, promote, or benefit unlawful armed conflicts. It serves as an industry standard that supports the application of core concepts of the gold supplement to the OECD's due diligence guidance on the responsible sourcing of minerals from conflict-affected and high-risk areas. The voluntary principles on security and human rights are the result of a collaborative effort between governments, major multinational extractive companies, and NGOs to provide guidance to companies on the practical steps that they can take to improve their risk assessment processes and reduce the risk of security-related human rights abuses. Some gold mining companies have gone above and beyond to improve governance and transparency and advance the cause of peace, justice, and strong institutions by conducting impact assessments and engaging intensively with community stakeholders and civil society to protect the human rights of the communities who live and work in the areas surrounding their mine sites. The conflict-free gold standard and the responsible gold mining principles both require implementing companies to provide a grievance mechanism so that individuals or groups who have been harmed can seek remedy.
Next, government policy. The mentioned mineral industry is committed toward sustainable development as agreed by Johannesburg Plan to Implementation in the World Summit made on Sustainable Development in 2002. The government of Tunisia has taken initiative to introduce the National Mineral Policy and the National Mineral Council. The first national policy, NMP1, was drafted in 1992 and adopted in 1924. The NMP provides the foundation for the development of an efficient effective and competitive regulatory environment for the mineral sector. The thrust of the policy is to expand and diversity the mineral sector through optimum exploration, extractive, and utilization of the resource using modern technology as well as RCT. Thank you. Passive is also given the environment protective sustainable development and the management of sector social impact. The silent failure of the NMP are the provision for the security of the high land use priority for mineral reform and efficient infrastructure framework, regulation and coastline and rehabilitation and environment control.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Haizum Hawa binti Madahi, my matric number is 66068. I will present about policies and legislation. Here we have three policies and legislation, which is Federal Land Commissioner's Circular. Second is National Land Code 1965, which is Act 56 of 1965. Last but not least is Land Acquisition Act 1960, which is Act 486. End of my part presentation, which is the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching.